Hello there, welcoming you all in the physics arena by Nitesh sir. Students, already we have learned about this chapter heat transfer in the previous video. So with the help of this video lecture, today we are going to discuss about the new topic, that is the thermal expansion. What do you mean by the thermal expansion? Thermal means that something which is related with the heat. Thermal means that I am writing here thermal expansion. What do you mean by the thermal expansion and how we can define it? So first of all we will try to understand what do you mean by the thermal expansion. Thermal means that something which is dependent on the heat energy, and expansion means that there is a change in its shape and size. Expansion means that the change in shape and size. So thermal expansion means that thermal shape and size. So thermal expansion means that what we can conclude from here, that there is a change occur in the shape and size due to heat energy produced to a body, then it is said to be the thermal expansion. Students, as we are knowing that there are the three categories of the matter, that is the solid, liquid and gases. So how the thermal expansion takes place in solid, liquid and gases, we will learn one by one. So thermal expansion means that the effect of heat. How we can understand thermal expansion? Effect of heat to produce change in shape and size of a matter is called that the phenomenon is said to be the thermal expansion. Student, so as we are knowing that there are the three subcategories of the matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. So first of all we are going to discuss about the thermal expansions in the solid. How the thermal expansion takes place in the solid. So thermal expansion, the new topic is thermal expansion in solid. How we can discuss and how we can understand how the thermal expansion takes place in the solid. Students, as we are knowing that the solid is having, all the solids are having the finite shape and size. So a solid is having finite shape and size. So student, how the finite shape and size takes place for the solids? Why the shape and size are fixed for the solids? Because the intermolecular spacing is very less in the solid. So when a solid is heated, it expands in all the direction. How this expansion takes place? It means that the length, area and volume all are increasing. Means whenever we are supplying some amount of energy, the solid takes to expands in all the direction, means its length increases, simultaneously its area and volume also increases. This increase of length in the solid is said to be the linear expansion. It means that the expansion which may arise may be of three types: linear expansion, areal expansion and cubical expansion. So students, one by one we will discuss. So what I have said that when the heat energy is, here I am writing what I have said. When heat is supplied to a solid, it expands in all the directions. What does it mean? Directions. This means that, what does it mean? It means that the expansion takes place takes place simultaneously for what? That is the length, area and volume. Students, why I am saying that whenever a solid is get heated, it expands in all the direction. It means that its length changes, somehow its area changes, and somehow its volume changes. It means that the change or the increase in the length of a solid is said to be the linear expansion. The change in area is called superficial expansion, and the change in volume is said to be the cubical expansion. So here the thermal expansion is subcategorized into the three parts. So I am writing thermal expansion is subcategorized into three parts. What are those parts? What are those major parts? The major parts are like that the first one is what? The first one is the increase in length of a solid is called linear expansion. Why it is said to be the linear expansion? Students, because here the expansion takes place, means change takes place only in one direction. That's why according to along the length, that's why it is said to be the linear expansion. Whereas the next subcategory is that the change in or the increase in area of a solid is called what? That is said to be the superficial or aerial. Okay students, or aerial expansion. Whenever a solid is get heated, then if there is a change takes place in the area of the solid, then it is said to be the superficial or aerial expansion of the solid. So firstly we have learned that when the increase takes place in the length of the solid, then it is said to be the linear expansion, means only one directional. And when the change takes place, means increase of the area takes place, then it is said to be the aerial expansion. Whereas the last one is that the increase in volume. So how the increase takes place? On heating to the solid. So the increase in the volume of a solid is called volumetric or cubical. Okay, so it is said to be the cubical expansion. So students, as of now we have learned there are the three types of the thermal expansions are there: linear expansion, superficial expansion, and the last one is the cubical expansion. What do you mean by the linear expansion? Linear expansion means that the increase in the length of a solid on heating, increase in the area of a solid is said to be the superficial or aerial expansion, whereas change or increase in the volume of a solid is termed as a cubical expansion. So here we have learned the thermal expansion which may takes place in a solid on heating. Okay students, so how this thermal expansion takes place? In your textbook it is mentioned very clearly that the thermal expansion in the solids may takes place onto the molecular motion. So as we are knowing that, so what I am going to state? I am going to state that the explanation of the thermal expansion of a solid on the basis of molecular motion. So students, now we are moving towards the next topic, that is the explanation of the thermal expansion on the basis of the molecular motion of the solid. Students, as we are knowing that the molecules of any part of the matter, either that is a solid, liquid or gases, starts moving vigorously as they are getting some external amount of heat. Means on heating every part of matter, like it is a solid, it is liquid or gas, starts to move vigorously. Okay students, so on heating a solid, the average kinetic energy of the molecules increases. When what I'm saying here, on heating the molecules of all parts of matter, means either it is solid, it is liquid or gases. So what I am said here, on heating the molecules of all parts of matter, like it is either it is a solid, liquid or gases, heating the molecules of all parts of the matter, either that is a solid, liquid or gases, gets energized. It means that there is an enhancement of the kinetic energy takes place. Students, what I have said here, that when a body is subjected to the excess amount of the heat or any external heat, then its molecules becomes energized. So the kinetic energy, or we can write that so that average kinetic energy of the molecules of solid or liquid or gases gets increased. Okay, increases. So what we can see from here, what we can conclude from here, on heating the molecules of all the parts of matter, either that is the solid, liquid or gases, gets energized as they are receiving some amount of energy in the form of heat. So their average kinetic energy of the molecules of the solid increases. It means that they start vibrating vigorously and their amplitude becomes maximum. Okay students, so what we can also write, they are, means molecules are, they are vibrating about their mean position, about their mean position with a large amplitude. Okay students, large amplitude. It means that when the amplitude will be larger, then they will take larger time for the vibration. So as we are knowing that the mean position changes, if the mean position changes, it means that molecular separation between the two molecules also changes. Okay students, so we can also write here, as mean position changes, change in mean position, we can conclude from here, change in mean position is directly proportional to the what, that is the intermolecular spacing. Students, as the mean position changing, it causes the change in the intermolecular spacing, so that this gives rise the expansion in the solid, liquid or gases. So in this manner we can understand the phenomenon of the expansion of the solid, okay, on the basis of the molecular motion. Okay students, now we are proceeding towards the next topic, that is the linear expansion. What do you mean by the linear expansion? Now we are going to study the linear expansion, means all the expansions which may occur in a matter part So how we can discuss? So first of all, we are going to discuss about the linear expansion. What do you mean by the linear expansion? Earlier I have given you the definition that whenever the change takes place in any matter one dimensionally, means along its length. Okay, we can also say that when a solid in a form of rod is heated, only the linear expansion takes place. It means that change in the length takes place. So what we can write that when the change takes place in form of change in length is called linear expansion, students. Then such phenomenon is said to be the linear expansion. Okay, now we are proceeding towards the next. In other words, how we can define the linear expansion? Whenever a solid in the form of rod is get heated, let us suppose that with the help of a diagram I am going to elaborate this phenomenon. Let us suppose that this is a solid rod. Okay, this is a rod, iron rod in a form of a straight line like a cylindrical rod. Okay, when it is get heated, so some amount of energy it absorbed. At that time it can be drawn linearly. It means that the change in the length takes place. Okay, students. So there is its original length. Initially its original length was L. Now as it is get heated, change in the length takes place, that is delta L. It means that it is increased by some length. So how we can say that? What are these few factors? How we can define that the linear expansion can be calculated? So we can write that the increase in the length of a metal on heating depends upon the following factors. So I am writing here the increase in length due to heating of a metallic rod depends upon following factors. What are those following factors? What are those factors? The factors are as follows. The first one is the original length of the rod. So the first one is original length of the rod. It means that if the length will be larger, then it can be drawn in a larger length. Okay, original length of the rod. Then increase in temperature. If temperature will be increased in large amount, increase in temperature. If the change in temperature is greater, then the expansion will be greater. And the third one is the material of the rod. What kind of the material we are going to be choose is also give the linear expansion. So the material of rod, what kind of the material we have chosen. So there are the three factors onto which the linear expansion of a solid may depends. So from here what we can say that, okay students, one by one I am going to give you the glance. As the original length of a rod is greater, if a metallic rod is having the larger length, so on heating it will absorb excess amount of the heat within it, and if we will start to draw it, it can be drawn in a large length. So if the length will be larger, then it can be expand also in a larger shape. Whereas in case of increase in temperature, students, as we are knowing that if we will supply more amount of the heat energy to a system, it can also expand in a large amount. It means that linear expansion is directly proportional to the original length of the rod, that is L, change in temperature, that is delta T. If change in temperature is higher, then the increase will be also in higher amount, and type of the material. Okay students, So we can also conclude that if the original length of the rod at 0 degrees Celsius is what? So I am going to write here how we can give its mathematical expression. If a metallic rod, okay, L naught is the length of the rod. If a metallic rod, L naught initially, it is the initial length, initially at temperature 0 degrees Celsius. Okay students, and its length at T temperature, at T degree Celsius is LT. Students, when the temperature is minimum, then its length will be original length. Now we are enhance the temperature at T degree Celsius, so its length becomes LT. Okay, length at temperature T. So the increase in length, how much increase in the length can be brought up, that is the final length of the rod is LT. Here we can write that the final length of the rod is LT. Okay students, LT is the final length and initial length was L naught. So change in the length is equals to L naught alpha T, where alpha is called as the coefficient of linear expansion. Alpha is called, what we can say, that alpha is called coefficient of linear expansion. Students, in this way we can also calculate the value of alpha. So here we can write alpha is equals to, if someone is willing to calculate alpha is equals to LT minus L naught upon L naught into T. It means that LT minus L naught is what? That is a change in length upon original length into time T. So students, if we are knowing the original length of a rod and its initial temperature, and also we are knowing that the change in the length, so in this way we can calculate the what? Linear expansion carried out in a material. Okay students, so in such a way we can also calculate the volumetric and also calculate the areal expansion which may be carried out into a body. Okay students, so now we are proceeding towards the next topic, that is a what? Superficial expansion in a solid. That superficial expansion means that whenever a metallic plate is heated, then the change may occur in both the length as well as in the breadth. So okay students, so here the two-dimensional change occurs in a metallic substance. So such type of the change in the two dimension as a length as well as the breadth is said to be the superficial expansion of the solid. So I am writing when the change, or when a metallic rod or plate is heated, then its length and breadth, okay, then its length and breadth both increases. Why it increases? Because due to the absorption of the energy, heat energy. So this change in area, so this increase in area, so this increase in area of this increase in the area of this plate, of the metallic plate depends upon the following factor. So this is the increase in the area of the metallic plate. So what are the basic factor onto which the increase in the area depends? So here we can conclude that increase in area, increase in area is depends upon following factors. What are those factors? Following factors, as the first one is the increase in the initial area of the length. So the first one is the initial area of the plate. What was the initial area of the plate? If the area will be smaller, then the change will be also in a smaller amount. So initial area of plate or that whatever be, that is a rod. Okay, now the next one is increase in temperature. If the enhancement on the temperature, increase in temperature. If the temperature will be higher, then the change in area will be also higher. And the third one is the material of the plate. Okay students, these are the three factors onto which the superficial expansion of the solid may dependent. So material of the plate, students, what I am willing to say, that if the initial area of the plate is larger, then the superficial expansion will be larger. If the increase in temperature will be larger, then the superficial expansion will be larger. And if the material of the plate is larger, or it will be good, then it will give more what? Ductility. So here we can say that if A naught is the initial area, let what I am writing, or we can say that mathematically what we can say, that let A naught is initial area, let A naught is the initial area of plate at 0 degree Celsius, and AT is the final area of plate. Okay students, so A naught is the initial area and AT is the final area of the plate. So how we can give the change? So change in the area can be given by AT minus A naught, that is the final to initial, will be equals to the A naught, means that is the initial area, into B, that is the proportionality constant beta into T, where beta is said to be the superficial coefficient of superficial expansion. So here beta is coefficient of superficial or areal superficial expansion. Okay students, if someone is willing to calculate the value of beta for a material, then we can mathematically write that the beta is equals to change in area, means final area to the initial area, upon product of initial area to the temperature. Okay students, so if we are knowing initial temperature, if we are knowing that the initial area and final area, then in this manner we can calculate the superficial coefficient and its value. So now we are moving towards the next topic, that is a cubical expansion of the solid. What do you mean by the cubical expansion of the solid and how it can be calculated? So here I am going to enlist, that is a cubical expansion. Students, in a very short way I am going to describe this topic. What is the cubical expansion? As we are knowing that if the change carried out in a solid material in all the dimension as well as length, breadth and what? Its height, it means that change occurred in a solid in all the direction, means that along the length, breadth and height, it means that is change in volume takes place. Change in volume takes place here. So such type of the expansion is said to be such type of the expansion is called cubical expansion. And similarly, the cubical expansion is also depends upon the initial volume of the, so it depends upon what are the basic factors onto which the cubical expansion depends. The first one is, that is the initial volume of the solid, then increase in temperature or rise in temperature, and the last one is the type of material. Okay, so material of solid chosen. Okay students, so from here what we can conclude that, so these are the basic factors onto which cubical expansion of a material depends. So we can write here, if let us suppose that Vt is the final volume, V is volume at temperature T, and difference taken to the volume at 0 degrees Celsius. So this is the change in the volume is equals to V naught, that is the initial volume, and this is gamma, this is the coefficient of cubical expansion, into T. So here gamma is coefficient of cubical expansion. Hey students, if we are willing to calculate gamma, the value of gamma can be given by Vt minus V naught, means change in volume to the ratio of change in volume to the product of initial volume to the temperature. So students, in this way we can calculate all the three coefficient of expansion as a cubical, linear and superficial, and there is a basic relationship between these three all. As what are the basic relationship I am going to give. So students, the relationship between the alpha, beta and gamma, where the alpha is the coefficient of linear expansion, beta is the coefficient of superficial expansion, and gamma is denoted for the, it is a notification for the coefficient of cubical expansion. So we can give a basic relationship between among these all three coefficient of expansion, that is alpha raised to beta raised to gamma is equals to 1:2:3. This is the basic relationship between the alpha, beta and gamma. So we can write from here, what we can write, that beta is equals to 2 alpha. It means that coefficient of aerial or superficial expansion is equals to 2 times of the linear expansion, whereas coefficient of cubical expansion is equals to 3 times of the linear expansion. Okay students, so if we are knowing value of linear expansion, so we can easily calculate its superficial and cubical expansion. So hopefully you all have got my points what I have delivered here. Students, some of the applications regarding with the thermal expansion of the solids in our daily life in given inside of your book. Please refer the book. If still you are having any doubt, you can consult to me. Have a nice day. Have a good day.